At the 1-yard position.
Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Scola out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carroll in at the 3, the small forward. Toronto with the ball. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here's Calderon. Lopez, a screen on Lowry. Calderon dishes to Lopez. And a follow kicks to Anthony. He feeds it to Calderon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's a follow for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. So it's Toronto now.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
And I thought perhaps they might get an injection of life from somebody off the bench, but that never happened either.
The thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and then that's the one thing. You can see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing it too. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Toronto has possession off the screen, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Now, here's Lowry, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The wide open look here for DeRozan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And, you know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Now here is Lowry, and Carroll gets it to go.
And nice job again, that time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frill basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
It's blocked, and so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Back to Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And what do you have to like out of Valanciunas last season? Improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. And Derek Williams subbed in for Porzingis.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Jose Calderon. Johnson, he's checked in for Toronto. Corey Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. Anthony, the pass to O'Quinn. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. O'Quinn's got his first points of the game.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. Out left to the wing. Nobody near Williams. The three-pointer, no good. And it's the Raptors' ball. This run now up to 13-2.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his postgame. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense. Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's DeRozan. Excellent D there from Afflalo.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Galloway. DeRozan defending. Valanciunas against Anthony. 4 on the clock. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by DeRozan. All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Now here's Anthony. 17 points in his last outing. Right side, Williams. Wide open look. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Raptors leading by 11. Screen by Valanciunas. To the wing right side. Carroll, no one around him. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. New York's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. There's a good screen. Galloway, the pass to O'Quinn. Afflalo dishes to Williams. And there's another one for the Knicks. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Johnson sends the screen for Joseph. Down low. Johnson can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
There's Galloway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. And again, it's New York. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Raptors lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
You know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Terrence Ross. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Scola, and it's Biyombo at the 5 spot. There's the pass to Porzingis. Drops in the tray. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Pass to Joseph. Out to the right wing. Ross against Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Terrence Ross with the 3. Ross has got his second bucket.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Lopez sets a screen for Calderon. And it's Lopez penetrating. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Thomas against Ross. Shot from 12. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Ross kicks to Joseph. Five to shoot. It's tipped. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Knicks trail by 7. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Calderon has the open look. And again, New York with the triple.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Lowry drives in. He dishes it to Ross. Lets the 3 fly. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Ross with the steal. Here's Joseph. And another basket for Toronto.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
New York's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. To the left side wing. Lopez inside. He's guarded by Ross. You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark. They won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player. Does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
The Knicks making a switch here. Servin's checked in. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Raptors. Dishes it to Ross. From the top of the key, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that. And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
The drive by Lowry. Has to Biyombo, and he dunks it down.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Grant the pass to Lopez. And stolen by Biyombo. 4-on-1, and they're running. Ross, that's good. And it's an 11-point Raptor lead.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement. And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Derek Williams checked in for Lopez. Anthony comes in for Lance Thomas. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant. Here's Anthony. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Raptors leading by 11. Outside Lowry. Over to the left wing. Carroll. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 8th assist in the game. Anthony against Carroll. Anthony left side. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin.
Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much more alive they look here to get back in.
Here's Lowry. It's rebounded by New York. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Galloway, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now here's Carroll. He's guarded closely. Here's Lowry. Banked in off the glass. Lowry's got his first bucket in this one.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Anthony dishes to O'Quinn. And it's off the back rim. No good.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That is his first foul of the game. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Johnson. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Anthony kicks to Aflalo. Williams passes to O'Quinn. And Williams, here we go. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. "12 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Rosen dishes to Valanciunas. And another basket for Toronto.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
The three from Anthony. No good. And so a pretty lopsided.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are way up. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
A nice quarter for Ross. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Calderon is out there with a float. Then it's Anthony. And there's Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. That's Derek Fisher's 5 as we get going into the second half.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
To the paint, here's DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 8 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Calderon passes to Aflalo. Launches it. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
DeRozan against the Flalo, and DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Screen by Scola from downtown, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Calderon dishes to Carmelo. And again, New York with the triple.
The success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Scola passes to Lowry. The feed to DeRozan. Kicks it to Carroll. Valanciunas with a screen on Anthony. Here's Carroll. Rebounded by Anthony. Knicks trail by 13. From deep a follow. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Scola up top. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Calderon passes to Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got 5 assists tonight.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
9 feet out. Here's Valanciunas. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Aaron Aflalo.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Thomas checked in for the Knicks. And then for Toronto, Biyombo's checked in for Scola. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
The Knicks making a switch here. Serafin's checked in. Raptors leading by 9. Joseph with the ball. DeRozan. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Calderon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Calderon's got 5 points so far.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Feeds it to Ross. He kicks to Joseph. Dish now to DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. Knicks trail by 9. Over to the left wing. Calderon with it. Picked up by Joseph. Stolen by Joseph. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ross with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 15. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And Serafin throws it down.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him opportunity.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he dies.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And there's Valanciunas on the assist from Joseph. Joseph's got 3 assists now in this one.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. Here's DeRozan, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. DeRozan's got 12 in the game. Knicks trail by 14. And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
Players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats breaking in that cash might not want to expand the court.
That's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Johnson kicks to Joseph. Here's DeRozan. 3-pointers off the mark. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Anthony comes in for Lance Thomas. It's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. And Toronto also making a switch. Luis Scola is checked in for Biyombo. Outside DeRozan. Up top, Ross. 32 seconds left to play in the third. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Aflalo's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Anthony dishes to Aflalo. Off target from outside. Toronto leading by 14. Here's DeRozan. And that one is stuffed right through.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Calderon kicks to Williams. Picked by Williams. In the corner, O'Quinn with it. And here's Anthony for 3. And it would have counted had it fallen. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Raptors as they end the 3rd quarter on a 14-6 run. And will return shortly. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Scola. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Porzingis. Off target with his 3.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. No good with the layup. Knicks trail by 18. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
The drive by Lowry. Baseline J on the way. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Aflalo outside. Lopez a screen. Anthony, the pass to Aflalo. Back to Anthony. To the middle. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the third Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosch and Vinsanity, the other two. Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. I think he's found a home now.
Now, this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first. And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He wanted his guys to keep up the intensity, saying, if any of you think this game is over, you're wrong. We've got work to do. I don't want to see any letdown on the defensive end of the floor. Guys, let's watch how it plays out.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. And we've seen it time and time again here.
The shot by Anthony, nobody around. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
But they'll get another chance. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Fast break, Toronto. It's good, and he drew contact.
Shooting one.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Last outing for the Lakers, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to Chicago. They got
standing 6'11", number 18, Miles Lovely.
We are in Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in the interconference game at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Today's game marks the continuation of the Lakers' road schedule. You know, it's getting pretty urgent for them, fellas, during this losing streak, going without a win in their last 6 games.
Kevin, mentally they're in disarray. They're a frayed group right now. Since things went south for them, there's been a visible tightness. You can almost feel it that they've been playing with. No flow to their game, everything disjointed. They've not been able to play good basketball for any quality period of time.
Yeah, they lack the consistency. I mean, they do show flashes at times, but over the course of a long NBA season, you need the consistency far more than you're going to need those flashes. You need to execute from the tip-off to the final buzzer.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Russell is out there with Kobe. Then it's Young. Then it's Randall. And it's Hibbert in at the center, filling out the middle.
And, you know, a huge moment for Kobe last season before the injury. I mean, he passed the great Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Feeds it to Russell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Carter Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The wide open look for Plumlee. Great look. Put off the mark.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Carter Williams. Poked away.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Randall throws it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Now here's Carter Williams. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. Here's Monroe. Randall grabs the board.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Young passes to Kobe. Count that one. Bryant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Plumlee sets the pick for Carter Williams. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got himself on the board with 3 there. Randall dishes to Russell. Lakers passing it around. Again, Los Angeles.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Plumlee, and that's a foul. Called on Miles Plumlee. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Kobe attacking, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
Still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And Young kicks to Russell. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Fired Earlier in the season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. Al Russell following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo from deep.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And here is Carter Williams looking for his first basket still in this one. Middleton the pass to Monroe. 6 to shoot. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Bulls.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Plumlee. Jabari Parker comes in for Greg Monroe. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Williams, that's good.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage inside. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And so it's Milwaukee with it after the basket by Los Angeles. And Bayless kicks to Henson. This is
felt, and of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Now here's Parker after Metta World Peace's miss. And he gets it to go.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Clarkson kicks to World Peace. Top of the key, Clarkson. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And again, no good by the Lakers.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
When you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan in the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Right. Ryan Kelly, he's checked in for Metta World Peace. Clarkson dishes to Nance. He kicks to Bass. Now, here's Clarkson. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Sinks the 15-footer. Clarkson's got his first basket of the night.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Henson with the screen. Bayless the pass to Henson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Lewis Williams, Ryan Kelly out there with Brandon Bass. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Clarkson in at the point.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the knee and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Bayless. And another three for Milwaukee.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Bass can't get it to go.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Nobody near Parker. Offline with his three. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach. But I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
The 19-foot shot. That's good on the jump shot. Williams has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Bayless kicks to Parker. Screen by Monroe. Parker outside. Monroe down low. Kelly's there. And it's Monroe finishing it off.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up, he can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer, and at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Jared Bayless. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Bass. Randall comes in for Ryan Kelly. Kobe's checked in for Williams. And it's Russell in for Jordan Clarkson.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
Metta World Peace, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Carter-Williams dishes to Monroe. And a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in. And that's 10 points for Greg Monroe. Lakers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team compound.
And Middleton kicks to Parker, and the shot is good. Parker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Plumlee in the high post. Bucks passing it around. Middleton the pass to Monroe. And down in the low post it goes. And now it's a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Down low, here's Randall, rejected by Monroe. Parker dishes to Middleton. Here's Carter-Williams. And Bryant kicks to Russell. Hibbert the pass to Bryant. Plenty of space. They get the rebound. Another shot. Pass to Russell. Outside, Kobe. The second chance effort. Can't get it to go. The Bucks go the other way with it. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Plumlee with a screen on Russell. Carter Williams dishes to Plumlee. Out loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. Parker outside. Plumlee with the screen. Parker passes to Plumlee. Following his lead pass, and he throws it down.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be. They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Plumlee with the screen. Monroe outside. Count that one as a seventh make in 8 attempts. He has a scorching 86%.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Bryant drives in. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
One thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
With Kobe and his competitiveness, it is something that he's coped with. He said it took him a while in the league. Starting to realize not everyone loves basketball as much as he does.
Yeah, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years, I think you have to respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential free agents, in my opinion.
And the Lakers making a change here. Brandon Bass is checked in for Hibbert. Young comes in for Metta World Peace. Williams, he's checked in for Bryant. And it's Clarkson in for Russell. Here's Williams, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And Bayless kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Here's Clarkson. No luck. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams against Williams. Williams with the steal. It's stolen by Carter Williams. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kept alive. And the first half is now in the books. Bucks ahead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny. What a game it has been for Greg Monroe. He had 14 points. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Greg Monroe has been really making it happen, guys.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Plumlee out there with Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. To the inside, Monroe and Hibbert with the block. Bryant with it. Now the pass to Young. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Hibbert. Rebounded by the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Antetokounmpo. Monroe left side. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
He gives them a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And then Hibbert with the dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond. And that took some getting used to.
Parker's checked in for Milwaukee. Outside, Russell. He dishes it to Randall. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area. There's still value in that.
And he gets the bucket. Carter Williams has got his first basket.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Plumlee with the screen. Carter Williams dishes to Plumlee. Takes it from 10. Goes back up. The shot misses. Great tee that time from Hibbert. Kobe passes to Russell. And here's Young from the arc. Good. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bucks leading by 6. Now Carter Williams. There's a screen. Off the pick. A rebound by Young. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Russell kicks to Bryant. Good D by Parker. Bucks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Antetokounmpo dishes to Carter Williams. Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. Six on the shot clock. Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. That shot wide open. Plumlee's got 8 points.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Kobe kicks to Young. The drive by Russell. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And some changes here for the Bucks. John Henson's checked in for Plumlee. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Brandon Bass is checked in for Hibbert. Nance comes in for Julius Randle. Lou Williams is checked in for Kobe. And Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. Bayless the pass to Mayo. And he gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 8. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, if you look at their block totals tonight, And you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Williams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kelly's checked in.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. That's why he's best suited as a sixth man, in my opinion.
Stolen by Clarkson. And he gets it to go. Clarkson's got his second basket of the game.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Bayless dishes to Henson. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Williams certainly does personify that sixth-man role of instant offense, but it'll be hard to see him in the starting lineup with the way his shooting numbers are.
And the Bucks making a change here. Monroe's checked in. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
And the shot is good. Now just a 3-point Bucks lead.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Yeah, and that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the rim, and it's a lot easier to make shots. And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Monroe with a screen on Williams, and Bayless kicks to Monroe. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Monroe's got 10 points in the quarter.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
It could go. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a great show through 3 quarters as we... We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Bucks leading by 5. So for the Lakers right now, Young is out there with Julius Randle. And there's Bryant. Then it's Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down. But through contact, he'll head to the line. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stopped a sure thing slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
The Bucks making a switch here. Humley's checked in. Hibbert with the screen for Bryant. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Carter Williams against Russell. Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded close to the middle. Out to Parker. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Bryant. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Offensive rebound.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Middleton with it. He's picked up by Russell. Plumlee with the screen. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Good on the three-point shot. And the Bucks lead by 8.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Monroe with the screen on Russell. Shot clock at 6. Carter Williams kicks to Plumlee. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Here's Monroe. Rebound the Lakers. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Young outside. The drive by Russell. Fires the 3. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Russell. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or 2.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He told them, the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Thank you, Doris. Parker outside. Monroe down low. Covered by Hibbert. Another shot. The shot is off. Good defensive work there by Young. And now here comes Kobe, leading the break. To take the lead, and he lays it up and in. And the Lakers lead by 2.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
A shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. Bangs on the trifecta. Carter Williams has got 6 in the quarter. Timeout called the Lakers.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency the challenge for Hibbert.
Hibbert with the screen. And it's Bryant in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Composed under pressure, and he's now 4 for 4 here in the fourth.
Passes it to Parker. The Bucks working the ball around. Carter Williams, the pass to Plumlee. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. And that one's good. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Screen by Monroe. Down low. Plumlee, no luck.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Middleton with it. He's picked up by Russell. No good with the triple.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Bucks trail by 3. And here is Carter Williams. He feeds it to Monroe. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lets a floater go. Kobe misses. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Plumlee with the screen. Young with the steal. Fast break. The Lakers got a hand on it. Plumlee dishes to Carter Williams. And the Bucks miss again.
Ill-advised shot there.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Plumlee. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Randle. Yes!
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Carter Williams against Russell. Plumlee with the screen. Now here's Carter Williams. Again, Carter Williams missing. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Stolen by Middleton.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
From deep. The rebound by Young. And so the Lakers take the win. This was a hard-fought.
Kevin,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Look, how many times have we seen games like this from Kobe? He was the primary option. They needed a bucket.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille